Hello everybody, I'm Jake Peace and JP Films, and today we're at Pauls Rods and Restos, and I'm going to take some pictures and some video today. I'm going to go back on the computer and show you guys what I got and why I did it, and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay guys, let's take a look at some of my favorite shots from today. Sorry about that video being blurry. I didn't really have anyone to focus my camera, so I kind of just winged it and hoped for the best, and it came out like crap, so that's what we got. So let's edit these files here. I have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pictures for you guys today. See, these are some of my favorite. So what I'm going to do here is, as I always do, I'm going to bump up my contrast, like so, and I'm a little underexposed, so I am going to bump that up, just like so. I'm going to keep my highlights where they are. I like the shine on the chrome on all these parts inside this car. And what I'm going to do in a lot of these pictures is I'm going to really bump up the clarity and the vibrancy just a tad, because you can see of all the chrome and everything shining. Everything looks really freaking cool, and I like it a lot. I'm gonna bring the shadows down a little bit because I don't really want to focus on the back of the car. I want to keep that dark, and this is really my kind of like my main concern. This stuff right in here, all the chrome, which looks really cool. I'm a little bit too bright on there, and I'm just gonna tweak the line just a tad, maybe a little bit too much. I am horrible with my lines. If you watch any other of my raw edits, I play with my lines a lot because I never know what's straight and what's not. So I think I like how this looks. Let's take a look at the before and after. You can see it's a little flat. The chrome looks still pretty cool there, but you can really see how we brought that out and brought the shine into it. I think it looks pretty cool. So let's go to the next one. Alright, this is a really cool car. This is actually a really good story behind this car. This soldier died in battle. They made this car for him. They gave it to the soldier's sister. It says it right here, in memory of Major Jeffrey Calero. So this is a really good story behind this car. You guys really had to talk to the people that know this, and you can really tell that this has a lot of meaning behind it. So I thought this was a really cool shot. I tried to keep this as symmetrical as possible with this stuff here. So let's bump up the contrast, bump up the clarity. Really brings out the shine in the car. The vibrancy just a tad. You don't want to go too much because then you start to distort the coloring. We don't want to do that. So I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to bring the highlights just a little bit to bring out some of the detail. Make sure you can see the writing. Shadow, I'm going to keep right around there. Same thing with my whites. And I think this is a pretty good picture as it is. I didn't want to distort it too much because I didn't want to lose the true color in it. So let's take the before and after. See, a little flat, and we just bumped it up a little bit. Not too much change. I didn't want to mess with it too much. So let's go to the next one. Okay, this is pretty cool. I don't know anything about cars, so don't even try to ask. But let's do this. Boom, my contrast is up. I'm going to bring my highlights down because if you can see, this looks a little bit too white. I want to bring back the color of the car. So I'm going to dab this down a little bit. You can see the blue. And once again, I'm going to bump the clarity. It really brings out the details in the wheel a little bit. And I'm going to do that a little bit more by bringing up the shadow. So now you can see that wheel there. And I'm also going to touch the vibrancy a little bit. And I'm going to adjust my line just a tad as well. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's see the before and after. Alright, so you can see a little flat here, and this really boomifies it and really brings out the shine in the car with that clarity slider. So, I mean, if you guys look at this before we edit this thing, you can see it's a pretty freaking good shot right out of the camera. But you don't really notice the difference until you look at it before and after. You're like, whoa. Like, that really, really hits you in the face when you see it before and after. So that's why I like showing it to you guys. Alright, let's go to the next one. This is a pretty cool shot, the GTO. Still don't know anything about cars. I just took some pictures of them. But I feel like I'm a little underexposed, so I'm going to bring this up. And my contrast slider will go with it as well. I'm going to keep the highlights where they are. Clarity, I'm also going to bring up. You can see this one really brings out the shine in the car. Just a little bit more vibrant. My line, I'm going to adjust just a tad. That looks pretty damn cool. I like how that looks a lot. Alright, let's see a before and after. Boom. Really boomifies. You can really see the shine in a car. I think it looks pretty cool. Alright, let's go to the next one. This one was pretty cool. I have a picture of the full car itself, but I think this is a pretty cool detailed shot. I'm gonna want to get this out of here because it's a little distracting. But first, let's actually just do the editing portion of it. Highlights I'm gonna bring down a little bit because it looks like it just like a white piece of paper. So I want to see the curve of the lines in the car. And I'm gonna bring up the clarity as well. Now I'm gonna bring back my highlights a little bit because the clarity slider did bring it down. So there we go. I'm going to adjust my line. I want to get it straight with the font. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the font right here. So as I turn this, I want to make sure that that font is on a straight line. And I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to bring back the tire also with my shadow slider here. Not too much. I don't want to see too much of the floor. That looks pretty good. Let's see if No, I don't want to play with that too much. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's see it before and after. So not too much of a change here, but it does have a little bit more of a contrast to it, and we brought the detail out in the tire a little bit more. So yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's go to the next one. Get out of this. This is pretty cool. Corvette. Got a nice light coming in. Looks pretty good. I'm going to adjust my line first. Okay, that looks not too bad. Even just the contrast slider itself makes it look really cool. I'm gonna bring up the highlights just a little bit and my clarity as well. Look at that. That looks really freaking cool. Alright, now let's bring that up. I'm gonna make this just a tad bit warmer. There we go. Yeah. Let's see. Shadow slider. I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. White. I'm going to keep it as is. The blacks, don't want to touch it too much. Alright, I'm going to leave it just like that. I think it looks pretty cool. This is what we started with, and this is what we ended with. You can see I kept the highlights. I brought it up just a little bit because I wanted to see, I had a nice light coming in here, so I wanted to see that shine. And I think it brought out the details and some of the stuff a lot better. Alright, we got two more. This one's pretty cool. It's a cool looking tire with some stuff behind it. I still have no idea what the hell it is, but it looks cool. So let's bring up the contrast slider. And keep the highlights as it is. Bring up the clarity. That's a little too much on the clarity for this one. Bring it down a little bit. Bump up the vibrancy just a tad. Shadows I'm going to bring up just a little bit. And same thing with the whites. I'm going to kind of keep it as it is. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna keep it just like that. Let's see before and after. See, once again, not the biggest change in the world, but it did bring out some of the details and the shine of the car a little bit more. And let's move on to the last one. Alright, this one's pretty cool. It's not my favorite shot, but it still looks pretty cool. So let's bring up the contrast slider. You can see instantly we lost all the detail under the tire right here, so we're gonna have to bring that back with a shadow slider, just like that. And the clarity really looks good on this car. You can see it kind of brings out the curve of the car itself. I'm gonna show you what that. You see how you can barely notice the curves of the car, and now you can see every little nook and cranny inside this car. So I'm actually gonna crop this in a little bit because I want to take out some of this stuff up here. So I'm gonna crop in. Okay, that looks better. I wanted to get rid of some of that space up there that we didn't really need. Highlights, I'm going to keep them right about there. Same thing with my whites. I'm going to keep it as like that. Bring this up a little bit, maybe a little bit warmer. Yeah, I'm going to keep it just like that. And I'm actually going to mess with my reds here. I want to really see that red ring pop. I'm messing with this right here. So let's bring it back. I'm going to show you what I did here. That's what it looked like when I did my stuff before, and when I bring it up you can really see that red pop out at you. That's what I really wanted to see, is that red ring. And that is pretty much it for there. Let's see the before and after. Boom, you can see how that red line really pops out in your face, and I think it looks pretty damn good. Alright, let's see full screen of these things. Sort of full screen. If it loads. It's probably not going to load because it hates me. Alright, there we go. There's that last one. There is the tire again. There's the Corvette engine. Pretty freaking cool. Like the light coming in on that one. Here's the Ford. I don't even know what that says, but yeah, I'm not a car guy, so don't hold it to me. Here's a GTO. This one is probably my favorite one out of all these shots today. This one's pretty cool. This is probably my second favorite one just because of the backstory it has to it. I think it's really interesting. I'm going to be looking to ask the guy that owns the shop to do a documentary type piece about this car, because I think that'd be really cool for his business and for mine to shoot. I think that'd be a really good story to have. And here's the first one. This one's really cool too. I kind of forgot about that. This one's really cool too. I enjoy looking at this one. All right, guys. So that's it. That's all the shots that I wanted to show you. I have plenty of more. I had plenty more, but these are some of my favorite ones. And I will see you guys later.